So this is the Civivi ExOne. It's a brand new knife from Civivi. They just dropped it this month, and they did send it to me for free, but please rest assured that all of these opinions are my own. They have no input on my content. In today's video, we're going to unbox this thing. We're going to take a look at what it is, kind of get a general overview, and just kind of like explore the knife. This is not by any means a full comprehensive review, but this is just kind of my first impressions on the knife. So without further ado, let's take it down the table and take a look. Civivi generally packs their stuff with a canvas bag, some stickers, and some other things. You got your microfiber cloth. I love these things, actually. You got your normal stickers, and what they include that time. There we go. It's an old classic there. Looks like we have, oh, another 10th anniversary sticker. One of the things about Civivi that I really like is that they have this nicely lined canvas pouch, and they include a bunch of swag with their stuff. But nobody cares about the swag. Let's take a look at the knife. This right here is the Civivi ExOne. It is a wood handled, I think it's called Guibourtia wood. You got Guibourtia scales on both sides with Guibourtia backspacer. It's wood. It is slightly lighter than the other models, coming in at like 3.19 ounces. But, you know, it's a sexy looking knife with a Damascus blade. So the ExOne comes in a reverse tanto Damascus blade. It does come into other blade styles as well, but the one I specifically have is Guibourtia wood scales with a Damascus blade. It's got a hollow ground on it, between 58 and 60 HRC on the Rockwell hardness scale. So I'm going to tell you, coming right out of the package, this thing is pretty awesome. It's pretty sexy. I really actually have grown to like the wood handles, and this wood is just, it just feels, it almost at first feels a little bit like light and I don't know, like it's not going to hold up or whatever, but I actually have another wood-handled knife that's been pretty nice and lasted quite a bit. It's got a flipper tab on the back, flips right open to a reverse tanto blade. You got a hollow grind on it, comes out sharp, feels real nice. Reversible clip, it's going to be on a tail side tip up, so when you're clipped in your pocket, you're going to be tip up. So this is a Brian Brown design. It's a really elegant looking design. It's very, very like pretty aesthetically pleasing knife. It's light. It is, if anything, it's probably a little bit front heavy, but it doesn't really feel awkward in the hand or anything like that. You've got a nice little finger choil here and some jimping on the top of the blade. And the blade has a hollow grind with a nice little fluted design that comes down. It's a very cool looking blade, actually. I really like these reverse tantos. The Damascus, as usual, is, I mean, it's, you can actually feel the texture on it. I don't know if you can hear it or not, but you can feel the texture on it. It's not drastic, but there is a little bit of a texture to it, which I really like. Overall, it holds really well. My hands are, you know, normal size hand. Left hand, you can see it goes almost to, if you hold right there, you got about full hand width on the handle. So this is what you're looking at. You've got the, I think it's called Guibourtia wood. Either way, it's wood scales with a wood backspacer. You've got your standard Civivi style clip. It is ambidextrous. It goes on both sides. It is on the reverse with tip up when the knife is closed. You're looking at a liner lock. So you got tip up when it's closed. The action on this thing is smooth, as usual with Civivi. I gotta say, for the price range, Civivi really is a very good knife for what you get. You get a really good bang for the buck with them. Overall, this thing is a very, very pretty knife. Something that I would toss in my pocket, but probably not carry every single day. And I only say that because I just really like the knife, and it's probably a casual carry, to be honest. I mean, you could carry it every day. There's nothing stopping you from doing that, but my specific tastes, I usually carry a knife that I just don't feel bad about beating up, and I really like the wood handle on this thing. I wouldn't want to beat it up. Even though my other wood knife handle, which is not accessible to me right now, is as it tones, as you hold it and the oils from your hands, stuff like that, as it tones, it turns out really, really like nice looking. And that's another Guibourtia wood Civivi blade. Overall, though, left and right hand, easily accessible. It's got super smooth bearings. The action on it is great. The liner lock closes and locks just like you would expect. So just for funsies, let's take a look at the size comparison between this knife and a couple of the other Civivi lineup. I have down here the Stormhowl. I've got the Elementum, the Praxis, the Blue Tick, and the Star Flare. And as you can see, this is pretty in line with about the same handle size as the Elementum. Slightly bigger, but not much. Expand the Elementum, and you got about the same rough size as the Elementum. The Praxis is much bigger. Much bigger. The Blue Tick, this is my other wood-handled knife, and you can see the wood on this thing has aged nicely. This also has a wood backspacer. And same blade, same basic style and design. But this thing, I mean, I just really like this reverse tanto blade. Blue Tick, though, is coming in a little bit longer. Star Flare, same thing. And same for the Storm Howl. So, that's kind of how it sizes up against some of the other line that Civivi offers. I mean, overall, I got to say, Civivi makes a good product, and this thing's no exception. It feels really good in the hand. I would expect the same basic quality from this thing as I would get out of any of the others. I'm going to carry this thing for a little while and see how it does, see if I can tone up the wood a little bit. And I got to say, I really like the way it feels in the hands. And just for posterity, let's go ahead and do a little bit of sharpness test on this thing. I'm just going to grab some common type stuff and see how it does. We're going to do the old paper test. Came out of the box pretty sharp. I mean, no, actually the blade shape on this is fantastic for the paper test. No problems there. Let's move on to something that I like to cut quite a bit. Zip ties. Ooh, no, it slid right off there. Sorry about that. With a little effort, you know, it goes through, but I don't expect it to just slice through like butter. It did come out of the box pretty sharp, but, you know, I mean, this is a sharpness test. Cardboard's another common thing that we all cut. This is ultra thick, like 1/4-inch cardboard, just so everyone knows. Chewed through it like a freaking, that's like hot knife through butter, except for that last part. Does really well on cardboard, which, I mean, let's be honest, that's mostly what we all cut anyway, right? Leather, you know, in case we got to cut, I don't know, I'm going to do a poke and pull on this. Oh, man. That was actually really easy. Straight through that. And that's decently thick leather. So, I mean, as you can see, it's a knife. It'll cut through things. It's sharp. Comes with a great factory edge. So, after the cardboard and the leather and the zip tie, let's try another paper test, see how we do. Yeah, it's still sharp. No problems here. So, good blade edge retention. It doesn't have any kind of damage or anything like that. I didn't like beat it up or anything like that, but you know, I mean, it cut through some cardboard, which is bad for your blade, and zip tie and some leather. I think overall it did pretty good. So, if you're looking for something in a reverse tanto blade, highly suggest checking this thing out. This is the ExOne by Civivi. Yeah. Hey, if you liked the video, please like, favorite, comment, subscribe to the YouTube thing. If you like this one and you want to see some other videos on Civivi knives, check this video out here, and or just check them all out, whatever you want to do. Anyway, I appreciate you watching. See you next time.